Good morning, YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Hope everybody's in good spirit. I surely am, especially knowing that Earl Spence is doing good. He's recovering quite well from all the positive reports that I'm hearing. We're all happy to know that he didn't suffer no grave or serious injuries. Everything that I'm hearing is that he only had a chipped tooth, maybe some lacerations, but nothing serious and definitely non-life-threatening injuries. So shout out to him. All glory be to God for pulling him through that. But let's get right into the news of the day. Anthony SIMS Jr. Man, I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw. He handled everything to a T. The things that we spoke about, the things that he said that his head trainer James Doolin worked on. I had the pleasure of working with him before he went out to Louisville to get his camp started with his head trainer, again, James Doolin. I had the pleasure of working with him for about 4 to 5 weeks. And, before this fight and previously throughout the last year or so. And from day one, I seen something special in him. Not only with his boxing skills, but also his character as a person, as a young man. Very upstanding. But in the sport of boxing, we know that you got to put up or shut up. And he, especially being in the position that he's in right now, being a highly touted prospect, somebody with a championship hope, he definitely put up in a big way last night. Put on a showy display of his skills and his dominance, as he should have. And that shows a lot of maturity and his unique ability to adapt on the fly and in this game when it's time to do so. He's learning a lot, and last night I seen the development of a pro. Some guys not able to make that transition, especially when things count and matter the most. And he's definitely showing that all his amateur experience has paid off, all of his hours in the gym, and he's working towards a title shot. And I'm definitely impressed, and I'm quite sure all of his handlers are too. His management team, Kevin Wynn, Eddie Hearn, everybody. He went out there and did exactly what he was supposed to do with Morgan Fitch. And Morgan Fitch, he was a tough guy. He put up he put up some resistance that Anthony needed in those times because he went down early. Sims went out there and put the pressure on him real early, just like I had advised him to, which he knew to do anyways. But I was happy to see that he took that advice and he ran with it. We had spoke. I gave him a scouting report, and we had spoke about it. I told him, I said, go in there and get that guy up out of there and establish your dominance early and often. And that's exactly what he did. He did it behind a very educated jab. His jab was very impressive. Used a lot of jabs. And I told him, I said, this guy cannot fight going backwards. So once you start putting the pressure on and add that power to it, behind them right hands and them big left hooks, he's not going to be able to take it. Nobody can take all that. He has a hell of a left hook. He really didn't land one real flush, but he landed one behind the guard of Fitch. He kind of blocked it, but you can still see the effects of it. That goes just to show just how powerful he is. But from the first round on, he went out there, put the pressure on him. He dropped him with a big right hand to the eye, kind of stunned Morgan Fitch. He went down, and then shortly after that, he went back on attack. Got him to the ropes, dropped him again. So right then and there, it changed Morgan Fitch whole mindset, just like I told him it would. I said, once you go in there and establish your dominance and show this guy you're not playing with him, his confidence is going to be shot. And you can see that Morgan Fitch, from that point on, he was he was just fighting to stay alive, fighting not to get, knocked out, which he eventually did in the 6th round. He got stopped, and the rounds in between the fight, the rounds in between the time in which he got stopped, Sims was just, exuding that confidence, exuding that ability of dominance, and putting on a great show for the city of Chicago and all those abroad watching. He showed a hellified boxing clinic. His boxing skills, like I always told him, I said, man, at 168, and even when he was fighting at light heavyweight, I said, there's nobody in that division, in those divisions, that can handle your boxing ability. I say, once you start letting your hands go and start putting power on these guys, it's gonna be real tough for him, because he's a boxer puncher, and by nature, his defensive IQ is real high. He doesn't believe in getting hit, even if he's slugging right in front of you, and that's a plus, because that becomes very frustrating for guys when you popping at them and they not able to hit you back, and then you're able to get on, use that ring, get on your bike, dance around them, and at the same time keep jabbing. Man, that's a hard, long night for guys. So he definitely mixed that in there real well, blended it up real good. Definitely got the sauce for sure. I was thoroughly impressed by what I saw last night. I was able to speak with him momentarily to congratulate him on his victory. Speak to him again today, and we'll probably talk more about it, or maybe tomorrow. I know he's real busy. He's getting 1,000 phone calls, 1,000 text messages, 1,000 DMs. Everything is going crazy right now. So I'll let him soak that in, get some rest, and enjoy his victory, and talk to him, when everything kind of calms down, or when he gets back here to LA. But again, I was happy and excited to see, the display that he put on. Definitely ready for prime time. He called out Rocky Fielder after the fight, so let's see what happens moving forward. He will be, from what I hear, he will be getting the title shot real soon. That's definitely in the plans and in the makings. But for those of you that were able to see the fight, I'm quite sure y'all was impressed. For those of you that don't know who he is, Anthony Sims Jr., the Magician, check him out. He's one of the hottest prospects in the game right now, especially at 168. I don't think you guys, if y'all old school classic boxing fans, he definitely bring that style, that charisma, and everything. It'll remind you of the 80s when the boxing game was great. He got the skills, he got the characteristics. He got the nice smile, the nice look. He got it all, and he's definitely. I'm liking what his team is doing. I'm happy that Eddie Hearns, once he signed him, he's keeping him active. 5 fights in 13 months. I remember when he first got out here, he was kind of distraught, because things was moving kind of slow. He was coming from Indiana, and he had told me that he had been off for some time. He had been on the shelf back home, and boxing was looking discouraging. That's why it's very important to always keep pushing forward with your dream, especially something that you were invested in for a long time, because a lot of times in this life, those moments in which things could seem so discouraging, that opportunity is right around the corner. You just can't see it because it's a big wall up right to your right, and you can't really see when that wall breaks. It's hard to see it, but it's really just right around the corner. And I remember he was at Wild Card, and I believe he was working with Kell Brook, and Kell Brook had mentioned that he was gonna talk to some people for him, and he ended up getting hooked up with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn signed him. And I said, man, I was happy for him. He was happy, he was elated. And I said, I just hope they keep you busy, man. And sure enough, Eddie Hearn's been a man of his word with him, which is why he said he dealt with Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn was, a man of his word when it came to the business aspect of the game. and that's what he's done. He's kept his word, and he's keeping him active. He's keeping him on the minds of the fans, and he's keeping him under the spotlight, and that's what he needs, especially at this vital point of his career. But those of you that don't know who he is, again, follow up on him, and take the ride on his journey to the top, because that's exactly where he's headed. He's one of those special kind of talents, and he's definitely what the boxing world needs to see, and definitely a good face for boxing. So once that time comes, in due time, hopefully that the boxing world, I'm quite sure the boxing world will appreciate what he offers to the game, because he's definitely he can put on a hellified show, and he's a good role model for those young guys. You young guys out there that's adamant about learning this game. Go follow his page. He posts a lot. He's very interactive with his fans. He reposts a lot of the shout outs. He even responds to the DM. He's a very down to earth guy, everyday guy. So, y'all follow up on him and take notes, because he drops a lot of pointers. He gives a lot of advice, a lot of tips, and y'all learn a lot from him. So y'all got some things to do as far as following up on this kid. If you go to DAZN USA on YouTube, they got the whole fight posted there. So for those who didn't get to see the fight, go watch it. It's the full fight on DAZN USA. But I'll be posting his Instagram in the title, so y'all can go follow him on Instagram and keep up with his story. I appreciate the time, and to all my subscribers, I appreciate the love and support. I've been getting nothing but great comments, great reviews, and I appreciate y'all. And leave some more comments in the comment section. I definitely look at those things, and real soon here I'll be doing some tutorial videos. A few of my subscribers, they asked for some things to do, some workouts to do at home, some things to for beginners. So I definitely do some tutorials, probably with Fred, most likely, or my little brother. We'll be going through some things, breaking down some giving you guys a good little starter kit. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget that hit that like button and that notification bell, and share my videos, to your friends and families, and to whatever media platforms you can. And keep that comment section buzzing. Let me know what y'all want to hear about, and I definitely do my best. And I definitely will be doing my best to put out more content for y'all. YouTube is very demanding, but it's definitely something I gotta handle like a professional, and get y'all the content that y'all need. Again, I appreciate the love and support. Y'all have a good day. I'll be hollering at y'all soon. Peace.